You're now tuned into Radical Radio with Coach L.
Switch my attitude. I'm so radical. 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 I'm so radical.
Radical Radio is designed to get to the heart of our guest stories. Oftentimes you see people moving and they make it look so easy. Many don't know the story behind the journey, the heartache, the disappointment, the wins, or even the loss. What has it cost you? We are removing the stigma of judging a book by its cover and gaining perspective from our guests in the most radical way, in their own words. Testimonies are meant to be shared to help others move forward. That's the radical way, y'all. Let's go. You can't heal what's hidden, and you can't break chains you don't acknowledge. The word says the truth shall set you free. Be true to yourself and allow the plan that God has had for your life to live. That's radical, living unapologetically bold and purposely authentic. Stay tuned for the radical coaching moment of the day.
And she was muted. Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? It is Radical Radio time. Y'all already know what it is. It is Monday, so that means it is time to get radical. I am your host, Coach L, the visionary of Radical Life. It is the brand that encourages you to be unapologetically bold and purposely authentic. And it's Radical Life basically is an acronym for living in your God-given favor every single day. It get real out here, y'all. So we definitely got to make sure that we understand that we have the favor of God and that we are to live in it every single day. So I thank you guys for joining us. As you guys know, I am a brand that has several entities. So we have Radical Radio, which is this dope platform. We also have Radical Eyewear, as well as Radical Life Coaching. I am a certified spiritual life coach. I coach young adults as well as women, young adults ages 16 to 24, and women of all ages, because I love my sisters. I love my queens. We are definitely one of the piece, where we do need to have somebody to talk to and go through, and, we endure a lot. So I am definitely a coach for women and young adults. So I want to thank you guys for joining me this evening. Very, 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 very special evening. I will say our anniversary was on September 9th. 2 years ago on September 9th, Radical Radio was birthed out. And I am one that truly, truly believes in when God gives you a vision, he will give you provision. And I'm going to just say it again for those that may not hear me clear. When God gives you a vision, he will give you provision. And the reason I stand on that is because Radical Radio was a vision. Radical Radio was simply a thought. And when I tell you I was at a very low point in my life and God unraveled that vision for me, and Radical Radio was born. Radical Radio started out on a nonprofit FM station. We started out with 2 guest hosts that were amazing, that brought, good energy. But God also knows how to shift some things. For those of you that may not know, I did do a blog. The blog that I had, it was Hips and Lips. That was the very first entrepreneurial endeavor that I ever had encountered and God had blessed me with. And in the blog, like, it just started out where it was just young, us women just sharing our stories, talking about some of the things that we had went through and some of the things that we had endured. But when I tell y'all, God has the power to shift things. As I said, it started out as just a blog where we were just sharing our story, but God turned that thing into something where we were actually testifying, where we were actually sharing our testimonies, where we were actually able to pour into other women, where we were actually able to make sure that women understood that they weren't alone, that, someone else had gone through too. So even with Radical Radio, I stand firm on allowing people to come on the Radical Radio platform and be themselves. I stand firm on them being able to be non-judge, not having a judgment call on them when they share their story. I stand firm on those things. However, in the midst of this radio or podcast platform, God is definitely in the midst. So this is a platform where people can really share their testimonies and really be raw in the things that they have endured. And not only does this radio or does this podcast help to engage, it also helps people to be free. When you share your testimony, when you're able to share your story, it brings you freedom. And so my goal, just as I had to get free and share my story, my goal and purpose for Radical Radio Podcast is that people come on here and share their testimony to improve and also get free. Right? It's all about their business. I definitely want people to, share what they're doing and what their businesses are and, give business tips and, just help people. But I also need my guests and anybody that's listening to make sure that they get free. Okay. So that's the main thing. Freedom cost. In order to be free, it's going to cost you something. So the cost of being free is to share your testimony. And it's not easy to share your testimony. A lot of people are still going through the process of getting comfortable in sharing their testimony. So I want to have a platform. God has allowed me to be the catalyst to have a platform to allow people to be comfortable in sharing their testimony. So that's what Radical Radio is all about. As you guys know, this is a podcast. So this podcast is played across all podcast platforms all over the world. So I just thank God for allowing me to, be the voice. I thank him for, without any training, I thank him for, using me for Radical Radio Podcast. So with that being said, again, I thank you guys for joining us. I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to every single one of you that served me. Congratulations in this past weekend. I was blessed to be elevated to an elder, and I'm so thankful to God. God is absolutely amazing, has blown my mind within the last few months. I moved back to Georgia in July, and God has just been blessing me over and over again. And I am so thankful. So to my fellow elders, Elder Tammy Walker, Elder Patricia Daniels, Elder Laura Little, I love y'all. I, am blessed to serve next to you guys. To my pastors, Janice and Tony Jenkins, I love you guys so much. To my sister, Kendra Yarbrough, I thank her for coming all the way from Nashville, Tennessee to be here with me this weekend. She was such a blessing. As usual, she showed up and showed out. So I thank her for all of her words of encouragement. I thank her for loving on my boys and being here with us. We always have a good time. So yes, y'all, it is the 2-year anniversary of Radical Radio. It has been some big things popping off, but even bigger than the 2-year anniversary, I am just excited and glad to have one of my favorite young people in the building. I have my niece in the building. I'm going to go ahead and share a few things with her or with you guys about her. Okay. Amya is 12 years old and born in Waukegan, Illinois, a north suburb outside of Chicago. Amya resides in Zion, Illinois. She lived in Gurnee for the first 6 years of her life and has resided in Zion for the past 6 years. Amya's musical influences are her dad, her aunt Keish, Polo G, Lakaya. Amya says her inspiration are her mom and dad as they support her in all she does and push her to be the best in all things. Her recorded music, Amya Nicole has dropped recently, is Amya Nicole Drop, Amya Nicole About That Action, Amya Nicole Up Remix, Amya Nicole On Top, Amya Nicole Roll in Peace Remix, Amya Nicole Bodak Yellow Remix. Amya says, with my music, I want people to feel like they can be their own version of cool. You don't have to fit in with others. You don't have to fit in with what others rap about or what others say rap should be. You don't have to rap about guns, violence, drugs, sex, and curse to make good music. Not only with music, but in life. To Amya, getting good grades, being a kid entrepreneur, not cursing in her music, and being herself is her biggest flex. Very soon, she will be releasing her very first mixtape and dropping a few music videos. Amya Nicole has been rapping since the early age of 6. She has always written her own bars, no ghost or parent writers this way. She is very passionate about her music, and honestly, she doesn't even like her family to hear her music until it's complete. Amya Nicole is a straight A student who uses music as a creative outlet to channel her feelings about life and her personal struggles with not fitting in but standing out, and issues with her biological father. Amya says, music makes me feel good. It's an escape from what I feel. For me, music is a positive channel of my emotions, even if I'm not rapping about the very things I'm going through. Amya is an all-star cheerleader, positive youth influencer, member of youth leadership, hairstylist, nail artist, and business owner of recently relaunched Amya Nicole Beauty. It's a cosmetic lip gloss line. Amya Nicole works hard at being her own version of cool and encourages everyone else to do the same. So y'all, I want y'all to come on in the room because we got Amya Nicole here. And I'm gonna tell y'all before we get this interview popping, for those of you that are older and on this live with us, let me tell y'all about to learn some things. I am a true believer that we can learn from our young people. You can always learn from them. That's why I love being around young people. They keep me young. They keep me understanding and in the know. So I'm definitely pleased to have my niece here. Amya Nicole, what's good, niecey?
Nothing. How about you?
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So y'all, I'm gonna share something with y'all. You know, I decided that I wanted my niece to come on here, and Maya, I'm gonna share a little bit, okay? One day, you know, I always call my sister. We always on FaceTime, and you know, one day my niece had an experience, and you know, she was seeing some things that she wasn't cool with, you know, and she just was like blue. When I tell y'all she was so blue, she was like, I don't even understand, you know, I don't understand why they do this and why this happening, and it's so dumb. And you know, she was just really in her feelings. And when I tell you, like, all I saw was just like passion coming from her. And the passion was basically that she wanted people to see that it's okay to do better. It's okay not to, you know, fall into the trap. It's okay not to be who everybody think you should be. And I told my niece, I said, listen, Maya, I said, I need you to, you know, get you a YouTube channel, and I need you to just start going in, because when I tell y'all, she got me so stirred up, because she was for real. Like, she was really blue. Like, it was some things that just really she could not understand. So I want to start out with asking you, Maya, as a young person, I always say, like, we really don't understand what young people go through. Some adults just really feel like, you know, they kids, they don't really go through nothing. They ain't got nothing to worry about. So what are some of the things, like, as a young person that you have to concern yourself with? Like, why is it so difficult for young people to live right now?
I think a lot of things with being young, especially in 2021, is like you got to deal with the peer pressure, like, of everybody else and everybody around you. Like, you got to deal with these people doing this, these people doing that. It's like, okay, where do I go? Like, do I want to be part of this and be considered cool, or do I want to make my own version of cool? So it's like Yeah, besides peer pressure, just a lot of people thinking that you shouldn't have a voice, like that you shouldn't be able to speak up because you are a kid, and trying to figure out like where you belong. Like one of the hardest things right now for a lot of kids my age, even me, like it's hard.
And when you say, and that's the biggest thing too, I've noticed that peer pressure is real, right? As you just said, like you got to try to figure out where you fit in. When you get to that place, if you're looking to the right and you're looking to the left and you like, I don't fit over there, and then I don't fit over there. How does that, like, what does that look like? How does that feel for you?
For me, it feel like, okay, now I just got to make my own lane. Cause like for me, I just feel like, okay, I'm not fitting in over here with the cool kids, but I'm also not fitting in with the kids that I don't know. Like it's like you just got to make your own. Well, for me, I had to make my own lane, and I'm still working on making it. It's just like, if you're not over here, you're not over here. You might as well just be over there.
Gotcha. Now, when you're in school, is it easy for you to be able to, like, if you see things going wrong or you see things that you really don't agree with, like, how are you handling those things?
I feel like right now I'm just like, I'm very honest. Like, for what though? Like, I feel like if I'm seeing something that I feel like, oh, that's stupid, or like, oh, y'all shouldn't be doing it. I feel like right now I'm at the point where it's like, we don't gotta sugarcoat it. You shouldn't be doing it, and it's kind of slow at this point. You, it's not easy for you to like. It's not easy for you to like. Peer pressure is a big thing, and it's not always easy to like steer away from it or steer away from bad things. But it's like some people just be needing that one friend or that one person to be like, no, that's dumb, and you shouldn't be doing it. Like,
yeah.
So I'm trying my best to be that friend.
I get it. That's awesome. Now, what are, like, when you have those days, or you can tell me, do you have those days where you just like, look, yo, I'm tired. I don't want to be good. I don't feel like being good today. I don't feel like doing the right thing today. Do you ever have those days where you just like, yeah, no, I ain't feeling this?
I definitely be having those days where I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna mind my business today because I don't got the energy to argue with you about what you shouldn't be doing. Like, those days do come, but you just got to remind yourself that, like, it could be that one talk, that one time you talk to a person that they decide, like, hey, that's really not cool. Like, hey, I should really stop. I should really cut it out. So I think that's really the biggest thing. Just reminding myself that I could have an impact on somebody else, or yeah.
That's good. That's good. Now, when you say your own version of cool, what is Amya Nicole's own version of cool?
For me, like, just doing me, like, and staying in my own lane, like doing my music, working on my business, like doing me, because it's very few kids who do like what I do, like who move how I move. Like, it's very few kids that do that. So for me, like, staying in my own lane and encouraging people to switch to this lane, that's like my own version of cool. Like, just being different and not having to fall into what everybody else think is cool. Cause like, yeah.
Yes, indeed. That is good. Now, one of the things that I want people to understand, like, Maya is saying, like, she's her own version of cool. So when it comes to, young people have so many things that influence them. They have social media that influences them. As you can hear, they can go to school, they can go to cheerleading practice, they can go, whatever extracurricular activities they doing, they can go there and they can deal with peer pressure. There's so many influences that come across when we're dealing with young people that young people have to combat. How much do you think social media plays a role in, peer pressure and just, identity, like your identity, who you are and who you desire to be? How much do you think social media plays an impact in that?
I feel like it's probably like I feel like it's two different things. Like it's 50-50. Like it's your social media life and it's your in-person life. Like you can definitely see a difference in a lot of people on social media and off social media. So even for me, like I feel like every kid in their preteens and teens is going through this right now. And it's like you just gotta try your best to like steer away. Like it's so hard, but it's like it can really like it can really help you. Like social media can be really beneficial. So whether you got a business or you do this or that, like it can really be helpful, but it can also really do a lot of damage to a lot of people's lives and a lot of people like mental health. It can do a lot of damage. So you just gotta find your way to use it like in a positive manner. Like use it for your business. Like I have mine for my business now. It's just you gotta find you a way to use negative things that can be negative in a positive way.
Turn them into a positive. And as I told y'all before, listen, that right there, I don't know if y'all caught all those jewels, but that's for adults as well. Social media can be beneficial or it can be negative in your life. When you come to the point of understanding that social media is not, it's not, it's not always real. People aren't always being real on social media. So who you see on social media may not be who that person is in real life, but you have to understand that, you don't base your life on what you see other people doing on social media. That's real. And again, it's not only just for young, it's not only for adults. This is for young adults. When you see young adults, flashing money, I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of times they flashing money that they had a year ago, and they flashing the money and people are thinking, oh, they got all this money right now. That's a flex. That's cap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that we see on social media, a lot of people are wearing masks. A lot of people are not being, who they truly are in life. They're showing a version of them that they may desire to be, or may have been peer pressured to be, but then in all actuality, that's not really who they are. And I think that that's extremely important, because I'm just going to use myself as an example. When I was young and I was, I had a bad attitude and I was fighting and I was, angry and I was doing all these things. That really wasn't my true characteristic. That really wasn't who I truly was. I was that way for the simple fact of I was hurt. And I had been in, a traumatic place. So it wasn't the real, Ladina that I was betraying. It was a version of myself. Now, when I got healed and when I understood that, I was angry because I had to deal with some stuff that I really didn't want to deal with, I realized that you ain't even an angry person. You just, was going through something at the time and you didn't realize how to communicate it. So for that, like Maya, is there times where you've noticed, even for you, that you don't know how to communicate, like how you're feeling about certain situations that you endure? Yeah,
a lot in the past, and even sometimes right now, it's like sometimes you don't know how to sometimes you don't even know how you're feeling. Like, it's this feeling that I'm feeling and I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know.
Right.
And it's hard. Like, sometimes you can't talk about it because you don't know. Like, you don't know what it is. Like, I'm not mad, but I'm not happy. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'm sure we can all relate to that. Just having that feeling where, we ain't good and we ain't bad, but we ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? And just really not knowing, I don't know why I feel like this. I just know that right now internally, I don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Who are the biggest influences in your life? Like when you have days where you're having great days, when you're having down days, like who are the biggest influencers for you when you have those moments where you need people and you just need to have an outlet?
My mom and my dad, for sure. My mom, she always she's a very let's talk about it person. Like she's not she's a very feelings person. Like that's what she do.
Yeah.
All day. Let's talk about feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, like, even if it's not like I want to talk, like, I don't want to talk about my feelings today, she gonna get a feeling out of me. So somehow, some way, she go, or if I don't tell her, she gonna know. So yeah, definitely my mom. And my dad, because if I can't talk to my mom, I could talk to my dad. So it's like, it's one or the other. Like, it's never like I don't have nobody. Like, I have them.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Now, do you have a different experience when you talk to your dad versus your mom?
Yeah, my mom miss readjust your crown. She that's what she do. She gonna talk about feelings. But my dad, he gonna talk about feelings, but he gonna be more blunt with it.
Gotcha.
Like, he's more like, my mom's honest, but he just gonna be straight off the rip honest. Like, he just gonna, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But he gonna do it like it's comforting. Like, okay,
Gotcha.
like, yes, I feel it. I
love it. I love it. Now that's a thing right there, because I know your mom has readjust your crown. So as you said, she's always talking about feelings. She's always trying to get people to open up and things like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you're coming into being your own version of what readjust your crown is?
Every day. I tell my teachers I'm gonna get them readjust your crown business cards. All day I promote readjust your crown, because I feel like I'm just like a little version of my mom. Yes.
How confident are you with that? Because I know sometimes, like, because I know you know what I'm saying? So I know sometimes, my sister get on your nerves. I know I get on your nerves because we always yelling, screaming, Maya, you different. You can be honest, niece. Do you ever get sick of us telling you that you're different?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a readjust your crown session. Like, y'all like y'all sessions. Just imagine that session every single day, all day long. Yes, keep it going. It's not like this day, that day.
Right.
It's every day. But it feels good because it's like whenever you're not feeling good, like, okay, I'm feeling good now. My mom still want to talk about feelings, but it's like that moment that I'm not feeling good, it's like I can fall back on my mom because she's gonna be there. Or my dad, he's gonna be there.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. We got Zanaya in the building. What's up, Zanaya? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Miss Shaquanta. Thank you for joining us, Go to Jay. Thank y'all for joining us and supporting Maya. We got Ali in the building. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you. This is some good dialogue. Now let's talk about the entrepreneurship, because you are a serial entrepreneur. And listen, y'all, I got some heat coming. We working on some things, so y'all better watch out because it's about to go down. My niece called me very excited the other day, so I'm excited about some things that's about to pop off. So let's just talk about, you were a part of the Keisha Tuco boot camp this summer. Yes. What was that experience like? Tell them about what the Tuco boot camp, Tuco rap boot camp was.
It was just like a rap camp. Like, I never seen nothing like that before. Like, I never seen nobody do nothing like that. It's like, it was a camp for a bunch of kids who rap, or even kids who don't rap. We had every kid in the world on them songs. Like, if you was in the studio, you getting on the song. My dad in the song, like, everybody getting on the song. For me, it really made me feel like it's a lot of people who do what I do. And it just, like, I made a lot of friends from there. I made a lot of like people that, like, how you like this song? How does verse sound? What do you think about this hook? Like, I made a lot of rap friends there.
Gotcha.
That made me feel really like included and really special. So yeah. And Keisha is really, like, she's really good at, like, teaching you more about what you like, your passions, telling you more about what you already do, like giving you more tips, giving more tricks. And I definitely think I learned a lot about music and, like, perfecting my craft. That's really what I was doing, because when I went there, I was already rapping. Like, I've been rapping since I was 6. I was already doing it, but it definitely taught me a lot about perfecting my craft, and, like, I feel like things that can help me in the future. So I think that was real fun.
Absolutely. We got the president is in the building. Barack Obama is in the building. What's up, bro? Thank you for joining us. Now, what you said was pivotal because I know that sometimes when you don't fit in, it's hard to find people that are like-minded. It's hard to find people that love and do the same things that you do. But at the rap camp, you were able to find people that you could gel with, you could vibe with because they was on the same thing. Now, I know for your music, you don't curse. How have you had conversations with people that feel like you should be cursing in your music or you should be talking about certain things? Have you had those type of conversations?
Yes, and I hate it so much. I hate when people be like, oh, like people be like, oh, when you can cuss, you're just gonna be so fire. Like when you, I just feel like I'm not saying like if you curse your music suck. I'm just saying like if you have to curse to make a good song, is the song really good? Because like I feel like you can make people feel your music. Like my thing is like one thing that I noticed the other day, I was in the car with my mom and I was listening to a song. I don't remember who it was by. And I was just like, if your song on the radio and they gotta censor every other word, is they really hearing your song?
Come on.
My song gonna be on the radio and you're gonna hear every word because they don't gotta bleep, boop, 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 censor. Like no, like I feel like it's just gonna sound better because like you can hear it. So
teach them, niece. Teach them. Ain't nobody trying to hear the boo, 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 boo. We want to hear what y'all talking about.
I feel like when I'm in class and my teacher want to play music and we requesting a song, okay, but it got to be if it don't got a clean version. I don't even got to make a clean version of my song because the version is clean and it's cold. Like I would get it. I would get them more if it was like impossible. Like it's impossible to make good music without cursing. It's really not. Like your music can be so much better. It can have a better message.
Yes.
And it can have like more people gonna listen to it because now that's them. Them parents that don't let their kids listen to music with all that cussing, all that. That's more listens on your song because them parents allowing their kids to listen to it. Like it's just more. I feel like it could do better.
Yeah,
to do better.
Yes. So with that being said, y'all, look, real talk. It's gonna save Amya Nicole money. She's not gonna have to worry about doing a edited version. You know what I'm saying? It's going to garner her more attraction. More opportunity for her songs to be played because nobody's going to have to worry about it being censored. She's not going to have a parental advisory on there where parents going to be like, nope, can't listen to this. You know what I'm saying? She's going to win over adults. And at the end of the day, y'all, if you want young people to listen to your music, who buying it? They parents buying it. So she's going to win over adults by her music not being censored. Like overall, just by her having, the initiative to say like, I don't have to curse in my music is going to catapult you to an elevated level. You get what I'm saying? Like you already going to be at an elevated level because you're putting yourself in position to get more traction. You're putting yourself in position not to have to spend more money. Like you're putting yourself in a good position by just doing the right thing. And that's what we talk about a lot. I know sometimes you be like, I'm going to do the right thing, and when you do the right thing, backlash come, you know what I'm saying? But overall, doing the right thing will actually eventually lead to some very positive results for you. You get that? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's cool. I love it. Shaquanta, the servant Howard said maybe she could feature in my show. So we have a wow. We have a fashion designer who has her own fashion line, and she's about to have her lead fashion show in December. So she said maybe she can feature in my show. I don't know. Manager, get on that. Let the manager get to work.
My mom said we would love that already.
So that is amazing. So let's get back into the entrepreneurship. So okay, not only do you rap, you also have your own cosmetic line. All right, Amya Nicole Beauty. You also do hair, nails. Like, let's talk about all your endeavors, everything that you got going on. Let's talk about it.
So the biggest thing right now is Amya Nicole Beauty. It's really all under Amya Nicole Beauty, but like Amya Nicole Beauty, the cosmetic brand. So right now we selling lip gloss. Well, lip gloss, high gloss. And we got 5 colors right now. Here go the 4 pigmented ones.
Come on now.
We got Born to Shine, the shimmer. We got Gold, greatest of all time. Oh, it's upside down.
Okay.
We got Poppin', the pink tint.
Yes.
We got Bossy, the red. All mixed, produced, tubes filled, labeled. Everything by me, by hand. Yeah, everything done by me. It's vegan, cruelty free, mixed with a lot of amazing oils. And this is really just the beginning because we selling high gloss now, but we're gonna expand real soon. And then for the nails, I gotta get more into that because I was really into it before, and then I do everything, so I kind of fell off a little bit. But I'm about to get back into it. And with hair, I always love doing hair, like I always love playing in hair, but I've been braiding a lot recently, and I took this braiding class, and yeah, I've been taking like doing people hair and stuff. So that's yeah.
Shaquata said, "That's why her lips popping."
I got them popping right now. That's why they popping because the color.
So you got on popping right now.
Yeah.
So how much are your lip gloss? Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all want to support Amya Nicole, y'all can support her. She has all the lip glosses right here, as y'all can see. She popping right now. So, Jerry, if you could put her information in, so we can have those that want to support her, go ahead and support. I want to say this: if you guys do not want to purchase the lip gloss and you want to donate to Amya Nicole and pour into her, I do believe in sowing into fertile ground. I do believe in sowing into our young people. So if you would like to donate to her, I would like her mom to put up her Cash App so you can donate to her and show her that you believe in everything that she is doing, because I do believe in sowing into our young people. They need this, right? So, with your brands, how easy is it to, okay, so let me back up. Maya, tell them how old you are.
I'm 12. I turn 13 next month.
Okay, so Amya Nicole is almost 13 years old, y'all. And I don't know if y'all hear it, but I hear so much wisdom that comes from her. And I know that it's attributed because she has, parents that pour into her and really help her. But to be a entrepreneur, you had your first, was it your first vendor event or it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you had your first vendor event. Tell us about your vendor event. How did it go? What did you like about it? Were there some things that you felt like you could, adjust or change?
Yeah. So for, when was it? I think it was August.
It was the end of August.
Yeah. So in August, I had my vendor event, my pop-up shop, and it was very and it was an experience because I ended up performing at Bowen Park. I didn't even know I was gonna do that. They just wanted to do it, and I ended up doing it. So for music and my cosmetic brand, it was 2 different experiences. But for the cosmetic part of it, it was it gave me what people wanted to know about my brand, and how people felt about it, up close and personal, watching people try it on, watching people just enjoy it. That felt good to me. And one of the girls whose aunt bought them something actually goes to my school, and she was like, "Oh, I think I use your lip gloss." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She pulled it out of her bag with the business card and everything. So just knowing that people actually enjoy my product make me feel good, and that's one of the feelings that I got at the pop-up shop.
Wow. Now that's real right there, ain't it, niece? Like when somebody already got your product and they like, "Yo, I'm rocking with you."
Carry it with you, it was in her purse. That made me feel so good about it. I came home and I told my mom, people carry my stuff, people use it.
Absolutely. Now, what were some things by it being your first pop-up shop? What are some things that you learned that you would like to do different at your next pop-up?
Just be now that I know how it's gonna go because I've had my first one, Just being like certain things I could do better, like be more prepared and certain things that I should have with me.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that's really the big thing, like different things.
I love it. Now, I know that you did say something that was key. And I just want you to know, when you're a serial entrepreneur and your mind is like always, your wheels are always turning and you're always thinking of something new. And, I'm going to say God is downloading in, new vision and things like that. It's hard to keep up with all of them. So don't get weary. Don't get weary. I know you said you're still, you'll be working on your nails, but it's always good to work on one thing at a time. And, I always say for serial entrepreneurs, we can get off track. And if we're working on one thing at a time, kind of perfecting one thing at a time, then it's okay for us to then get to the next venture and then perfect that craft and then go to the next venture. How easy is it for you to slow yourself down? Because I know as a creative, your wheels are turning all the time. How easy is it for you to slow yourself down?
It's so hard. Like my dad tell me all the time, like once you start something and you realize that you can do it, you got to move on to the next thing. And it's hard because like I love everything that I do. Like everything I do, I love it, from my music to my brand to my hair to like all that. I love it all, but it's like balance is the hardest thing for me to find, because it's like when you do so much, like my notes app on my phone, like I could scroll. You gonna go from a song to names of lip gloss to ingredients to what you need to buy from the beauty supply store. Like it's all going in 4 different. I gotta find out like how to balance myself with everything.
That's good.
Once I figure it out, I feel like I'm gonna be good. I just gotta have like, I don't know, but.
Got you. Now, I will say one thing that the super producer has told me is that take one day, like Monday is Radical Radio, right? So I focus on Radical Radio. Tuesday, it could be a different, something within my brand. Another day, it could be something else within my brand. I'm going to tell you, I haven't perfected that yet because, again, like you, things are always just coming in my mind and I'm working on what I can work on at the time. But I know for serial entrepreneurs, I know y'all all can understand what we go through, when we have our wheels turning. Your mom is saying, how much is the gloss?
$7.
So it is $7 a tube, y'all. $7.
You can get all 5 of them. You can get Born to Shine, Goat, Poppin', and Bossy. You can get off. Plus, there's another one. It's clear, like just a regular clear gloss. Ooh, and you can get all 5 of them for $25. So
you can get, there's 7 a piece, or you can get all 5 for $25. So yes, if you're interested, again, I want y'all to make sure y'all so into Amya. She is going somewhere. She is going to do big things in life. She is also, I cannot forget that she is also a straight A student while doing all that she does. Amya is big on her grades. I want to tell y'all, this little lady was getting up, getting dressed at her desk, ready for school when she was virtual. It wasn't no laying in the bed. It wasn't no popping up out of the bed to, just log online. Like this baby was getting up, getting dressed, just like she was going to school every day for the virtual. Why did you decide to do that, Maya? Why was that important to you?
Because I feel like if I'm in my bed and I'm just sitting there and I'm in my pajamas, if I'm in my pajama mindset, if I'm in my pajamas, I'm going to be in my pajama mindset. I'm getting pajama vibes. Let me lay in my bed and go to sleep.
Wow.
So I used to get up. I would pick out my outfit, not only the outfit, put on the shoes, do my hair.
Yes.
Lip gloss, purse. My purse had everything in it just in case, from the wallet to the money to the card to the lip gloss. The purse was full. Like I just feel like I'm getting ready, like I'm going to school because I'm going to school. Like, and I would do it every day.
Wow,
because
that's amazing. And y'all hear me clear. She loves school. Like she loves school,
especially now, like in person school. I kind of like getting up because I've been in this house for 2 years. Quarantine been going on for almost like exactly 2 years now. I'm happy to be out. I love my family. I love my brother, my dad, and my mom. And But I got to leave. I got to go now. I'm gonna go to school.
Niece, like, it's over with. I get to get up and go to school. Like, I'm there. It's up.
I gotta get my bus outside. I got to go.
I love it. I love it. So when it comes to, our young people, y'all, I need y'all to understand, there are some young people that's really, really, really seizing the opportunity. When I talk about the young people, I call them the ones, THEONES, the ones. Why do I call them the ones? Because they are the ones that will change this nation. They will change the world. They have so much to offer. And it's not just a simple like, oh, go to school, go to college, get a job. That's mediocre to our young people. Okay. They have aspirations, but they have the mindset where they can be like, I know when I was growing up, we were told we could be anything that we wanted to be. But when I tell you, they have unlimitless resources to be anything that they want to be. They have, they're influencers, they're creators. They have all of the social media brands that they can utilize to, impact their businesses. So they're really the ones that can do anything that they want to do and make the best out of, the platform and the resources that they have. So I truly, truly believe in our young people, 1000%. Always believe in them. When you see young entrepreneurs like this that's out here getting it, that have a mind that, they're trying to do the right thing, they're trying to do their best, even though sometimes they may get knocked down, it is imperative that we pour into them and that we always continue to pour into them and let them know that it's okay for them to be who it is that they want to be, that they don't have to be like nobody else. It's extremely important because as young people, you can get lost real quick. And when you go to the other side, like, it takes time for you to get yourself back to where you once were. So I encourage you guys to pour into young people every chance that you get. Talk to them. I'm going to ask you this, Maya. Do you feel like young people are heard?
I feel like they're beginning to be more like heard more. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they're still like, it's always going to be the people like they're kids, they should blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like for those people, you really got to go back to like, you remember being a kid and you remember how it felt to not be heard. Mm-hmm. Like, how it feels to feel like your opinions and your thoughts don't, like, you don't have a right to be heard when you speak.
Right.
But really, it's just a matter of like, first of all, we're kids and our minds move like, especially in our generation in 2021, mm-hmm. our minds move a lot. Like, they move different than adult minds. Like, right. We have more creativity. We have more, like, I don't want to say like we got technology. Y'all got technology too, but we more like pro at it.
Yep.
We're a little bit tech savvy up in here. And then on top of that, we just got like, it's a lot more to learn, like, especially with everything going on now. Like, we growing up during COVID, we growing up during a global pandemic. And on top of that, like, the world just a little bit crazy right now. So we growing up through this, which is giving us a lot more ideas, a lot more. It's forcing us to grow up faster. Mm-hmm. It's forcing us to not be able to experience a lot of the things that y'all experience, like with being in the house a lot.
Right.
Like, and then the world with all the violence going on, like, it's just a different time. So I feel like, especially now, they should hear us out because it's like, this is different than what y'all was going up through. Like, a lot of us 13, 12-year-olds, it's a lot different than when people in your generation or people your age or people our parents' age were 13 and 12.
Right. Absolutely.
It's different. So I feel like, especially now, you should at least feel the need to listen. Not if you don't want to listen, you should feel the need to listen because you could really learn something from somebody younger than you, I feel like.
Gotcha. Now, listen, my niece is almost 13, so, she's one of them people that I ask questions all the time. Like, I be asking, like, niece, what you want? Like, what you want to do? Like, what do you got to say about it? But I know for people that are, like me, that work with young people, it's hard for us to reach, young people. right? It's hard for us to talk to some young people. Some young people, we can put together events for, you know, the young people, and no young people will show up.
It's hard to listen to older people too. Like,
that's where I'm going with that. So is that why you think it's just hard to kind of bridge the gap, because it's hard for you know, young people to listen to us? Like, yeah. What could we do if it were you, if you had a platform where you could tell like older people what it is that young people would need from us? What would you tell them?
I would say the best way to like what we need and the best way to get across to us, or not even us, just like my generation, is just like put yourself in our position. Like put yourself, like think it, not like, oh, like I understand what they're going through, I understand what's going on. No, like really, like if you was 12, 13, 14, 15, like from 12 to 17 in this generation in 2021, how would you feel? How would you feel being locked in the house for 2 years? How would you feel all this peer pressure going on? Like, I'm sure there was peer pressure back then, but peer pressure now is like, it's a whole different. It's dangerous. Like, it's a lot more than like, oh, you should go mess with Jimmy over there. It's like, oh, you should go kill Jimmy. You should go play with a gun by Jimmy. Like, it's different. So I feel like just looking at it through our eyes and just being like, you know what you're doing, but like kids know what they're doing. We're not like we know what we're doing, but like you know what you're doing, you know it's wrong, but like I understand. Like it's not just you. It could be a lot of things. It could be what's going on at home, your parents, where your parents, your siblings. Like it could be so much more. So just put yourself in whoever you're trying to get across to position.
So that's what I hear, y'all. I hear transparency, and a lot of times just being honest and say, even though you could relate to what some of the young people are going through, just to say that you understand that the times are different, you know, because how they grew up is nothing, absolutely, positively nothing like how we grew up. Understanding that they have a lot more influence, they have a lot more resources, they learn faster. Like they have the internet, they can go to the internet and they can find anything that they want to find by typing in a word, right? As we try to bridge the gap between old and young, what I'm hearing from Amya and what I get all the time is that we have to understand that times are not the same. That times are definitely different. We have young people that are losing their friends at record numbers. So a young person that loses their best friend at the age of 14, 15, they don't really know how to communicate the feelings of losing their best friend at that age. So when they don't know how to communicate it and they hold it in, it turns into a negative emotion. So when we see our young people out here wilding, or we see them out here smoking, or we see them out here, you know, doing stuff, I'm not to say that, you know, it's right, but what I'm saying is there has to be a reason. They're not just doing it to do it. There has to be a reason that they're going that way. So we have to be sensitive to that, and we have to understand that putting yourself in their shoes, like Maya's saying, put the shoes on. Put yourself in their shoes and think about it. It's more so empathy. We have to have empathy when we are dealing with our young people. You have to be able to say, I can put myself in your shoes. So yeah, I love that. Thank you for that. That really helps a lot. I hope for those that, you know, work with young adults, I hope that you guys are able to, you know, just take that nugget from a 13-year-old, you know, a young person who, you know, is going through and, you know, who has been through some things. Take that as a lesson of how we can encounter them and how we can relate to them more. Just being empathetic and understanding, you know, that we're not the same and that we didn't grow up the same, and times have definitely changed. So Amya, what you got coming up next? Like, what are some of the things that you're working on? I know you said you have a mixtape that'll be coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. I don't know exactly when, but it should be soon.
Okay.
Around my birthday, October 19th. I don't want to say like too much.
Okay, don't say too much now.
I got a lot of good songs on here, like a lot of good songs. And they're all like appropriate songs that like you can listen to these songs with your parents, and you can listen to these songs with your nephew. You can listen to these songs like it's a song that everybody will love. Like,
Gotcha.
And then on the other hand, it's like I feel like with my music, I really shine through. Like I really show who I am in my music.
Gotcha.
I feel like it really like it get a message across. Like I really want to be the girl that's like look at this girl, she's different, like in the best way. Like she's different, she's not doing what everybody else doing. And I think like I make that clear in all my songs. Like that's a flex. Like I'm not like you, and I like it that way. Like I don't want to be like you.
Right.
And I think that that's good because like it's a lot of people who think like, oh, I'm not like you, and that's like, oh, like I'm like, no, you're not like them. And I feel like you should be glad to not be like them. Not saying there's nothing wrong with them, but like you, so be you and be the best version of you. Like be your own version of cool.
That's dope. That's dope. And you know, it's gonna take off like wildfire. Just the simple fact that, you know, what I see for you is that by you doing the right thing, by you having, you know, your own version of cool, you'll be able to inspire other young people to have their own version of cool, and it'll take off. It'll be a movement, you know. And that's why I was, you know, pouring into you that day and saying, you know, Nisa, I think you need to, you know, have your own YouTube so you can tell people, you know, what it feel like to just be you and to, you know, flex and not have to worry about being somebody else and being yourself. Now somebody's asking, are you going to create something for young people?
Like in what way?
I don't know. Like, are you to help young people?
As far as like if you mean like a program, that's definitely in the works. Like I was talking to my mom about it. Like we're talking about ideas for it, because I feel like the best way for anybody to get for anything to get across to a young person is gonna have to come from another young person, because it's no better person to help you with what you're going through than somebody that's going through the same thing to you.
That's right. That's right. So I want you guys, if you are on here, if you have a platform, if you have a podcast, if you would like to interview Amya, if you would like Amya to speak, I'm sure that she would not mind. I just want to give her all the opportunities that she can at this time, because unfortunately, you know, it's not a lot of, it's a lot of young people that are stepping out into entrepreneurship. You know, it's a lot of people that are stepping out, you know, and being their own version of cool. But as again, you know, Amya is only 13, you know, well, she's about to be 13 years old, and she is a serial entrepreneur. She's moving at her own beat, you know, so it's extremely important. If you have, you know, any type of organization, you need somebody to come speak to the young people, I'm sure that she would love to. You get at her mom, Jerry Bevel. She'll put her information in the chat. Maya, where can they connect with you on Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff? You got your links?
My like socials for my music and stuff, or like just my socials, I'm pretty sure those are being like created and like worked on right now.
Okay.
But I do have, like, for My Nicole Beauty, I have a business Instagram. It's at My Nicole Beauty, AMYANICOLE Beauty, BEAUTY. And then if you want to like contact me about anything else, like want me on your show or want me to interview or talk to people, you can contact my mom, Jerry Bevel. She all in this chat. So if y'all gonna
yes, Rashana says you really have your head on your shoulders. She says, shout out to her parents for raising such a young, gifted woman. Amen. I believe it. I believe it. You are definitely going places. You definitely, you know, are different, niece. I know we say it all the time, but you are set apart. You are chosen. You are different. You are gifted. I love you tremendously. I tell you all the time. I tell your mom all the time, anything you need from TT, TT got you. When we get you down here in the A, we go on to vendor events. We, popping up at studios. We'll do whatever we got to do. Well, we're going to make sure that they know Amya Nicole's name. I'm going to leave with this last question. If you can work with anybody right now, your feature of your dreams right now, who would it be? It's a loaded question, niece.
If I could work with anybody, like get a feature from anybody, I want to say either Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, because I feel like they both have good music, but their music, like from like my music and their music, are two different things. Just because like how I rap and how they rap. So I feel like if I was to put like bigger artists on one of my songs, I would want to see like, can they like adapt? Like can you make a song? I feel like I would be like, make a song that you would want your daughter to listen to and feel every word.
That's good.
If they would like be able to do that, I feel like that would be like fun. And like they also make really good music. Like I remixed Cardi B songs like I think twice now. I love her music. And then Nicki, she's like, it's Nicki Minaj. So
yeah.
So probably them two. Yeah.
That's dope. I love that. Again, y'all, this is Amya Nicole, a serial entrepreneur, an overall entertainer, a gifted young queen in the making. I'm just so proud of you. I'm thankful, that, I'm able to be a part of your life. Just so much is coming to you, niche, you don't even know. It's so much coming to you. I want you to always remain your own version of cool. Be you. Don't get swayed. Don't get punked. Don't get moved by none of this mess that goes on. Just continue to be you, and be the person that God has called you to be, and you will be okay. So yeah, this was an amazing interview. I thank you again for coming on. Did you have any final words, any shout outs? Anybody you want to shout out?
I want to say shout out to my mom, first of all, because my mom is like, not only is she my like support, it's like she's everybody's support. Like it's like everybody around her, like it's just like once she a part of your life, you really just need her. And she been a part of my life my whole life. So it's like I don't know what I would do without her. I want to say thank you to my dad, Delaco, because he's just always been there for me, and he'd taken a role that he didn't have to take. Like he really just, and he stepped, like put his whole body into it. So I want to say thank you to him. And I also want to say thank you to my biological father. I want to say thank you to him because he really, even with him not being around, he really teach me like I could really push through this. Like I got it. Like it's making me feel like all my problems with him, like it's just, I feel like it's making me stronger in the end. So I just want to say thank you to him because I feel like he just, although like I don't hate him, I don't have a grudge against him, but I feel like I just want to say thank you for just letting me know that I got me. Like if nobody got me, if you don't got me, if this person don't got me, like I got me. Like
gotcha.
I can do it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's good. I'm so proud of you. You are through trials and tribulations. Okay. You are resilient. So everything that you are enduring and that you endure, it allows you to become this resilient, amazing young woman. So I applaud you for being resilient. Miss Ramona says, thank you, Radical Radio, for giving opportunity. Hold on, I got to get back up. Yeah, your mama is a bucket of tears, so I already know. Thank you, Radical Radio, for giving opportunity to my granddaughter, Amya Nicole. I'm so very proud of her and her mom, my only child daughter, that God has blessed her to raise an amazing children. And I must add that they didn't fall off the tree. They helped to make it stronger. Jerry was and still is amazing. And Amya is breathing proof. I'm so ecstatic for Amya and her many endeavors, and you for your platform that provides opportunity for young entrepreneurs. Thank you. Grandma is proud of you, Amya. Amya Don, she said. So, no, you have the power to, allow others to smile, cry, be full of joy. Niece, you are doing your thing. I'm so very proud of you again. I just can't stop saying it. I'm so proud of you. Anything you need, call TT up. She got you. Anything. So I love you. Thank you for joining Radical Radio. Y'all, thank y'all for rocking with Radical Radio for the 2-year anniversary edition starring Amya Nicole. It was an amazing interview. I really appreciate you all for rocking with us and for your comments. You guys can catch us next week on Monday again, same time, same place, 8 p.m. We will see you then. I love you all. Y'all be blessed. And as always, be you, be radical, and continue to strive. I love you guys.
Thank y'all.
Hey dreamers, in this life, nothing is promised to be perfect, but with a little hard work and support, we can make it all worth it. Hi, I'm Maxi, owner of Eleanor Maxwell. We're a business support company, specializing in admin support for businesses, show production, events, and more. And guess what? I just self-published my first book, All My Broken Crayons Still Color, available now on Amazon. So, Eleanor Maxwell, follow, like, subscribe, all social media platforms. Let us help you blow through whatever it is you're going through.